How's it going, everybody? I'm Dave. I'm going to be documenting my whole beekeeping experience. I had a little bit of an interest in beekeeping kind of in my late 20s or early 20s. My dad and his friends used to do beekeeping, and I wasn't necessarily in it with them, watching them, helping them, and all that kind of stuff, but that was kind of like the seed planted. And now it's, I kept seeing videos on Facebook, and it just kept more and more, it just kept getting me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I just jumped right in, watched a bunch of videos, reading things and all that kind of stuff, and then I just went ahead and bought my hives. And if you haven't noticed already, they are over here. I'm kind of recording this after the fact, but essentially I just want to document everything that's going on. That way I can look back on past experiences and maybe learn a little bit more. Where did I do something right? Where did I do something wrong? When did it happen? So, and then maybe some of the people in the comments can kind of teach me more things. I'm not going to listen to everything everybody says in the comments, because that can get you in trouble. But you're only as smart as the internet is, right? So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to try and document everything and bring everybody along on the journey. So stay tuned, and I'm going to pretty much go through everything that I have and what I'm using at the moment, and then I'll get into when they got installed. So see you in a bit. All right, I'm gonna go over a little bit on what I got going on here. I bought 4 cases of the Maybe hives. Can't really see the emblem there, but they're off Amazon. They were like $220 a piece. So I went ahead and bought those starter hives. I'm pretty sure people can get them for cheaper, and put a little TLC into them and all that. And they came with the frames and the wax foundations. These are not the original wax foundations. These are actually Premier foundations. I took off all the foundations that came with them. That's over here. All these stink. I don't like them. When I open the lid, I don't like it. And if I don't like it, I'm pretty sure bees probably won't like it. So I swapped out all those. I have the mediums coming in also. And I got some of the extra gear. There's my extra boxes for when I need them. I still got some more to put together over here, but yeah, so let's get back out to this. I went ahead and did your do-it-yourself. Looks like crap. Little feeder tops. I'm gonna use these in the beginning when I get my packages. Put the jars on top, put another empty super on top, or empty deep on top to protect it. But I also put on the Apame hive bottoms. I like those a lot. I was watching a lot of videos, and a lot of people were saying a lot of good things about this, because you have you can pull this out and you can put a pollen trap in, or a pollen catcher in. And then you also have the bottom board, where you can put, diatomaceous earth in the bottom, which I may end up doing at some point to try and combat the small hive beetles. So I like that bottom a lot. It has a lot of utility, and I can kind of open the hives however far I want to. If I want them fully open on both sides, I can do that. But right now, how I'm going to have the hives set up to try and combat drifting, I'm going to have this one open like this. This one I'm going to have open in the middle to try and keep a little bit of space between the entrances. This one going to be open on the middle on this side. I'm going to flip these around when I get them over to where they're actually going to be. And then the final one, has be open on that side. I went ahead and put these little color cards up to try and help them remember which hive is theirs in the beginning. Some people say colors and all that kind of stuff helps them come back to the original hive that they're at, so they can avoid going back into another hive. So whatever little bit helps. It may or may not work, but if it does, even better. So like I said, I got 4 of them ready. I got 4 packages supposed to be coming here in a couple days. I don't know if it's tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but I should have everything ready, and I will update you when they go to where they're actually supposed to be sitting, which is way over there in the woods, or by the woods. All right, so I got them all set up where they're supposed to be going, and this is how I'm going to have them laid out for the time being. Actually, I'm probably not going to move them at all. What was that? There was a fox over there. Y'all probably can't see, it's already rain. But yeah, so another thing, like I said, I'm gonna put the jars on here, and then I'm gonna put another deep super on top, or a deep on top, and then they're gonna be feeding out of that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put 2 jars on or if I'm gonna put 1 jar on. I'm gonna see how they pull out of the 1 jar once I install the packages, to see how much they take within like 4 days. I'm gonna come back in about 4 days and check, see if they release the queen or not, and then I'll assess how much they're drinking at that point and see if they need 2 or not. But I also got some frames from another local beekeeper that had some extra comb to give away. Not necessarily give away, I bought it because I wanted to give these bees a bit of a jump start when they get here, instead of having to recreate or create all the comb from scratch. So yeah, like I said, I got 2 deeps worth, and I split them up between all 4 hives, so they'll all have a little bit of a jump start on that. So yeah, get you back in there. I'll bring the empty deeps over here, get them ready for when the bees actually show up. That way I don't got to lug everything the day of. So yeah, this is going to be home for them. Stay tuned. All right, we're tuning back in over by the shed too. So I just came from over there, dropping the hives off. Now this is what I have as a makeshift swarm catcher. Now this came from an old box. It came from the other local beekeeper when I took his frames out. I kept some of the frames in there that wasn't completely drawn out, just so they, if any bee happens to come up in here and say, hey, this looks like a new home, because it's got a bunch of propolis all scattered around everywhere. I crushed some of it up and dropped it down, and then I sprayed some of the, was it the bee command or the swarm commander in here. Hopefully, small chance in hell that I might catch something, but it's up. I currently don't have a way of getting them up in a tree. Put this back on real quick. Hollywood filming here. All right. So I currently have 2 spots that I would like to get some like small nook size swarm traps, and then I was going to set one up on that bottom branch right there, and then possibly set another one up over there. That's future me. Once I figure out how to get some, I may just end up buying a couple of the nukes and just hanging them up in the tree, but I'll definitely be using some of them old frames that are in there to just hang in there. I was told you should probably leave it kind of open so it mimics like a tree cavity or something, and not fill it up with frames. I don't have that many spare to give out anyway, so hopefully that'll end up working out in the long run. And if my bees somehow just magically just explode and I miss something, hopefully they'll hit one of these swarm traps I place up in this trees. All right, so my tracking was a little bit off. They said they were going to show up around Thursday. That's 3 whole days from now, and or 4 days. Today's Monday, and I just got off the phone with the post office, and they said my bees have arrived. So today is bee day. Now I'm going to head down to the post office, pick them up, and then come back up here and put them in the hive. So catch you back when I get back to the house with the bees. They have arrived, and they all look pretty good. Can't really see too well in there. Pretty dark. I don't see too many dead. That's a wild bee. I'm excited. All right. Hold on. Let me get you looking right. Watch me fail. Here we go. This is going to be fun. I don't need that no more. Got all my goodies over here. What goes on here? Old sugar jar. God damn, this thing is caked in there. Yep, I see y'all. Let me spray y'all down. It's a nice warm day. Missed him down some. Let me give him the old tap. Oh, that jar is empty. That's not good at all. Glad they came in when they did. They was about to start starving. All right. A little bit more. I'm gonna get this queen out of here. All right. Let's see what you look like. Where you at? There she is. Well, I gotta stuff a marshmallow up in here. Oh, watch out, Bee. Y'all hold tight real quick. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I'm not gonna try and keep her out too long. There's a Carney Queen. They don't have no candy in there, so I gotta pull this cork and put in a marshmallow. So that I came prepared with. I gotta be careful with this. Get y'all ready. I ain't got no fingies with this. This is where everything can go wrong. I see you. Nope. How much do I got to stuff in here? All right. Here's the other one. Sorry, honey. They said a marshmallow, so I'm gonna do what they said. We're gonna go with marshmallow. Like, this thing is bone dry. That ain't good at all. Let me get some rubber bands, and then the fun's about to happen. Where do I want to put you? I want to put you in between the ones I want for the brood, which is, looks like this one. So it's gonna be these two. So you know what? Put you on this one. This work? Oh, there went that rubber band. Try this again. All right, I may put you on this side. Go and get one more, so I can hold you in good. And this is my first time having bees, so it's gonna be quite an experience. And yes, these are already pre-drawn combs that I got from another local beekeeper. All right, so push you in there. push you in right here. Get this up. Cheap rubber bands, man. It's a good thing I got a whole pack of cheap rubber bands. Try this one. Make sure they can get to you. All right, so that's good. I'm gonna put you right here. Hopefully when you get out, you get to work. I already sprayed this down with some of this sugar water. Let's see. I don't like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put an empty frame in. That way it's not butted up to her. The other bee's got room to feed her and get up in there. I kind of don't like that either. I'm gonna go ahead and face her down. That way I know there's no problems. I know. I'm being rude. Okay. I feel much better about that now. All right. Now the fun stuff's about to happen. I'm gonna spray y'all down a little bit more. I got it on the mist setting. All right. Okay. There's a lot in there. There's a whole lot of bees in here. Oh, and y'all were already making comb? Go ahead and set y'all over here in the front. That way y'all can make your way out. Coming through, bees. Get a little bit of comb out of there. Wow, that's such a crazy feeling. At least they're not stinging me yet. Yet. I'm gonna put some of these undrawn combs on the outside. Leave all the drawn stuff on the inside. Let's see. What are you? You're huge. You're not the queen, are you? Are you another queen? No, y'all are probably drones because there's three of you right next to each other. Okay, so it's drones. Had me scared there for a minute. All right. Coming in, bees. So that's 2. 3. I'll put 1 on this side. Give them a little bump, they'll start moving. Slowly drop this one in. There we go. That's a little better. Where's my J hook at? That ain't working too well. Okay. Got that done. So now, let me put the lid on here. Coming through, girls. Get y'all off the sides. So got that. Oh, I forgot to put the food in. Look at me go. Well, let me put the good stuff in. This is some of the Hive Alive. Hopefully this helps them out a little bit, gets them started. I'm trying to... You know what? Let's do this. I'll watch doing this. I'm going to catch a bee in there. Put it over top some of these things. I'll flatten it out some. Put it in different spots. All right. Put the roof back on your house. Give you some of this water. Put it up in the front. All right. Now then, that's one done. All right, on to hive number 2. I'm going to readjust a couple things. Get everything ready. So, try and drop as many of these in the hives as quick as possible. Get that going. Go ahead and push you off. Now that I know that these cans are empty, I know that they're probably hungry. Spray y'all down real quick. Let me get it ready. Okay. Spray all down. Man, them drones are fat. All right, so pull this out. Get my queen out of here. Before everybody starts going crazy. Let me flip this over. See what you look like. You good? Yep. That's pretty good. Another Carney Queen. I got 4 Carnies. Looking a little light. All right, let me get my... This is where everything could go wrong. She's fast. That's got me nervous. Okay. Get her ready. Oh no! My bad. She's still good. Little knock didn't hurt her. Y'all didn't see that. Okay. I about had a heart attack. All right, bees. Put the brood on it now. Open. I'm gonna spray down in here a little bit. Get them to like it some. Spray directly where she's at. Okay, let's go ahead and get you pushed in a little bit. Watch out, Bee. Push that in there. Where my rubber bands at? Right here. All right, I'm gonna push this back down. Let's see, I like where that's at. Oh, that was rude. Never pull more than 2. Okay. One more spray for good measure. Then, give me a tap. That's a whole lot of bees. Man, so them drones are huge. I didn't expect them to be that big. All right. I'll set y'all over there. I'll spritz down some of these frames. Hopefully they'll like it. Let me get over there in the corner. They like to crawl up that wall. What I'm spraying with is sugar water mixed with a little bit of honeybee healthy. Okay. Slowly move all y'all over. Give another one of these patties. I'll give them the first patty, I should say. I'm gonna come back in a couple days, see if they released all the queens, and then I'm gonna assess how much they ate of these hive alives. Where am I gonna set this? There's not that many dead bees. That's amazing. So I should set this like right here. So there's that. All right. There's going to be hive number 2. I'm going to go this way. Watch out, Chief. Ooh, I got to go over this. That ain't good. Trying not to smush y'all. Coming in. All right. Set this in here. All right. Okay. And that is hive number 2 done. Man, these are bone dry. I don't like it. Okay. Take care of that. My rubber band's ready for the next one. Marshmallows. Okay, let's see. Which one of these do I want? Let's go with that one. Do this one. Butt it up against these. Take these 3 out. Take these 4 out. You know, me doing all these beehives at one time may be a bad thing, but we shall see. Let me spritz some of these down a little bit so they like the smell of it. Hopefully they'll figure themselves out. This one. All right. Come here, bees. Come through. Man, I don't like how those are empty. Where's my high tool at? My J hook. Okay, queen, you're alive. She's alive. I would show you all the queens, but the fact that they were starving pretty much wasn't very good. Smoosh it on in there. Face her down real quick. Push this in a little bit. Ugh. Coming through bees. Alright. Put her in there. Yeah, they're hungry. Seems like. What do I know? I'll figure it out in a bit. Alright. Okay. Alright. I know there's a better way to open these boxes now that I just thought about it, but that should be good. Get some of these frames in here. I'm gonna spray them down some. Right. We'll put all these up together. What y'all doing? Okay. Give some food. Let me put this over here since there ain't no bees on this side. Oop, I was about to oopsie. Onto the ugly part up top. Coming through. All right. Watch out. There we go. Oops. Alrighty, one more to go. Oop. All right, now let's figure out what frame I'm going to use for her. Get that ready. Empty this one. This one I'm going to use. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. It's got a little extra honey on it. Rubber band's ready. All right. I should probably go ahead and get other ones out. While I'm at it, let's get this one. Man, it's a little toasty out here. I don't like it. I'm through. Split y'all down a little bit. That can's coming out. This one's got some juice in it. A little bit. Oops. She like that. get you out of the way for a sec while I take care of the queen. You all right in there? Yep, she's good. Wow, she is really black. The other ones weren't as black as her. Let me come over here real quick and give y'all a gander. This will focus on her. She's a lot darker than the other three. All right. Oh, you stay in there. Y'all bees are making it obnoxious to do this. Get out of here. Come on, bee. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you? Nope. Stung me, or stung my glove. Okay. Go ahead and get you put up right. Stick some of that in there. Kind of close to the middle of the hive. That'd be pretty good. Okay. Now the fun part. All right. Slowly bring these on back. I'm not going to do that. Put an empty frame in there. Be a little too tight. I don't want to smash all the comb up. There we go. That looks a little better. You know what? Like that cork, did you? Got the queen's pheromone on there. All right, let me lock these up. Yeah, they're already going to town on that marshmallow. Sorry to eat. All right. Go get some food real quick. Put the food back here. Oops. Okay. Get my last jar. Yeah, like I said, when I get done, when I come out here to check to see if they release the queens or not, I'm going to see how much of this they drank, and then I'm gonna see if they actually need 2 at a time or not. All right, y'all bees, get on out of here. Oops, can't do that. All right, and the last lid is on, or medium super, or deep super, and then the lid. Okay, let's go. Pick up all my trash, all my extra stuff, and that will be it. So I'm gonna give them a little bit, and I'm gonna come back out here a little bit later, see how they're doing. Oh, let me get back to frame here. Let me go ahead and tip you all over so y'all can figure out where you're going. Yeah, it seems like they're finding their ways in. What was that? So, okay. Well, catch you back in a few when I let them all settle down. All done. Got them all in. All fed. Remember your colors, bees. Know where you're supposed to go.